Now that the fall is almost upon us and the growing season is coming to an end, it's a great time to take stock of your houseplants to see if there is anything that can be repotted or propagated. In this video, I'm going to be propagating my Euphorbia Tirucalli. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Tyler. I've been packing like crazy. My husband and I are moving from our condo in Boston to a brand new house, and I can't wait to show you guys. I will definitely be giving you guys a tour of my houseplants and probably a house tour as well. If you are interested in checking out our brand new house and the property, please subscribe to my channel and sign up for alerts so that you can be notified of all my upcoming content. So the Euphorbia Tirucalli is commonly known as the Pencil Cactus, and before we get started, there are a few things that you are going to need to know. Now, it's also worth mentioning that these plants are also known as FireSticks and can actually have some red coloration to them. First is this plant has a latex sap that is definitely an irritant, and you are not going to want to get this on your skin or anywhere near your eyes. If you are a dog lover like me or you have other pets, this is definitely a plant that you're going to want to keep out of their reach because it could cause them some serious harm. If you are going to be propagating like me your pencil cactus, it's a good idea to put on a pair of gloves and be mindful of where the sap ends up. Despite their toxicity, these succulents are so beautiful and unique looking, and I just find these tiny little leaves so adorable and cute. Alright, with all of that good stuff out of the way, let me share with you some important care tips for your pencil cactus. With all that being said, these plants are relatively simple and easy to propagate. Let me show you how. Now, the best time of year to propagate your pencil cactus is actually in the spring or the summer. Now, I'm mainly taking a cutting at the end of the summer because I did lose some of this plant, most likely due to not the correct soil mix and probably overwatering as well. So when you are choosing a piece for a cutting, there are a few things that you're going to want to keep in mind. You want to take a portion that you know you're going to have at least 2, 3, 4 inches of of stem that you can pot. If, for example, I take this portion here, any sort of leaves in that 2 to 4 inches that are going to go in the soil will need to be removed. So when cutting this, I'm going to take this portion here, and now I just cut once, so there's going to be sap at the end, and you're going to want to just dip that quickly in water just to isolate any of that latexy sap that's toxic. And I'm just going to cut twice. I like when I take cuttings to cut on the diagonal, so I'm just going to cut very carefully again on a diagonal. So now I have a very nice diagonal cut. Just dip that in water carefully again to get rid of any excess sap. Now, like I said, it's important. Now I probably just barely have 2 inches there, and I'm going to want to very carefully remove these leaves before planting it. So now that I've cut this very fresh piece of cutting for my pencil cactus, this will, once I've removed the leaves, need to rest and heal and callus for at least a week. So you want to keep this in a very safe place, away from, of course, any pets, where it can just heal very nicely. Alright, so I have that cutting set aside, and I actually took a cutting from a week ago, and I've let this cut heal, so this guy is ready to be potted. Alright, so I've already selected a pot. I've put in an awesome succulent mix that I picked up on Amazon, and basically I'm ready to take my cutting and just very carefully, all the leaves have been removed at the base. Now I'm just going to make a little bit of an indent there, push that guy in carefully, and that's basically it. So now I'm going to give this guy a good watering, and because I'm doing this cutting at the end of summer and not in the spring or in the beginning of summer, you know, there is a possibility that this cutting won't take, so you're just going to want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on it. And yeah, thank you so much for checking out my video. Hopefully this was useful, and until the next one.